Well, welcome everybody. This is Kim Evans, and welcome to my Improv 2, Coaching with Kim. I did send you ladies a link, so if you wanted to join, you could become a panelist and you can get on here and I can actually see you. We can have a dialogue and a conversation. So if those come on, anyone come on, that's fine. I'm going to see you come through, so I might have to pause a little bit to let you in. So welcome, welcome, welcome. This is an Improv 2. This is a Coaching with Kim. I came up with this idea this morning. If you want to get better at what you do, you have to do more of it. And so I want to get better more at the live streaming. And I want to get better at communicating more in my group. So I am here today, and welcome. And thank you, ladies, for watching the replay. But let me just start real quick. First, let me just say, this is a Improv 2 coaching. So anybody that comes on, I'm gonna put you in a hot seat. You can ask me any questions that you want. I can see it right here, and let's get it moving. The second thing that I am going to talk about is in here is up-leveling. And so this is why I invited you to come. So to my EmpowerHer series. My EmpowerHer series is a 5-part series for ambitious and visionary ladypreneurs. And actually it's a self-discovery, it's spiritual grounding. And we talk about business mastery so that you can build a solid grounding, moving your business forward for the next 6 months. So you can elevate your success. You can rock and move those numbers on repeat, your revenue on repeat, attract your aligned ideal client. And then also just come out with a sweet bang at the end of 2023. The last thing that I'm going to talk about today is I'm going to invite you for the last 6 months for us to work together in my luxury business and up-level group coaching program. We have 6 months left. So this month is almost over. So it's really going to be 5 months. So I created an opportunity, a group opportunity where we could work together. So I am going to share a little bit about that. So I had kind of like carved out 50 minutes for this session. It is going to be recorded, so you can always go back and you can re-listen to it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to let Facebook gather the audience, and then I'll get started into what I'm going to talk about. But the first thing, well, no, let me first say, hey, ladies, Kim Evans is here, and happy sensational Sunday. Let me just welcome all you all with the greatness and the sweetness, unstoppable moving women, moving shakers, leaders, graders, consultants, coaches, business owners. Yes, did I leave anybody? Brand influencers, e-commerce owners, professionals. And I cannot leave out my very own service providers. Yes. Hey, unmovable thinkers, shakers, transformational, moving. Welcome, ladies. Welcome. How about that? How about that? Welcome. So before I get into quickly what I want to share is, you know, everything has a season and everything has a time. And I'm just going to share a little bit in Ecclesiastes because today is Sensational Sunday, right? Did y'all get your praise on today? So today, everything has a time. There's a time and a season for everything. When we reach a crossroads in our life, sometimes we have to remember things are seasonal, transactional. They come in a quarter, monthly. Everything is not meant to be in your life forever. Forever. It is not. So there is a season for everything. Everything has a season, a time and a purpose under the heaven. There's a time to be born. There's a time to die. There's a time to plant. There's a time to pluck, meaning reaping your harvest, right? There's a time to sow. There's a time to kill. There's a time to heal. There's a time to break down. There's a time to build up. There's a time to weep and cry. There's a time to laugh. There's a time to mourn. There's a time to dance. There's a time to pull away or to cast away stony stones. There's a time to gather stones. There's a time to refrain. There's a time to embrace. There's a time to gain. There's a time to love. There's a time to keep. There's a time to throw away. There's a time to tear down, and there's a time to build up. And there's a time to sow, and there's a time to be in silence. There's a time to speak, and there is a time to love. There's a time to hate, and there's a time for war. And Almighty, there's a time for peace. So I say that, all that to say, what season are you in? What time are you in your life, in this dispensation, on the earth realm, at this moment, and the year of 2023? What season are you in? What season are you in your business, in your relationships? What season are you in your body? What season are you in your health? What season are you in your wealth? What season are you in your affluency? What season are you in if you're wealth building? What season are you in your global travel? There's a season for everything. And I think when you begin to choose and select a mentor, a coach, a therapist, they then need to understand the season that you're in. They have to. If they don't, I wouldn't be picking them as a coach or as a professional provider. And they must know the season that they're in, right? So there's a season and a time and a place for everything. And I wanted to start out with that because it's imperative. Hi, I am Kim Evans. 27 years ago, I had a dream, I had a thought, and that was to start my business practice as a solo entrepreneur. At that time, I was married. I could talk about marriage because I was married. I was married for 10 years to one man. So at that time, 27 years ago, I started the business Two Gorgeous Integrated Health and Wellness with a vision and a thought that I wanted to make women look and feel absolutely gorgeous through the art of makeup, through the art of healing, aesthetics, and massage therapy. I started as a makeup artist, as a platform makeup artist. I say everybody, the struggling makeup artists actually that develop a very successful business. 27 years ago, I had a vision that I wanted to build a time freedom practice. So in the future, if I needed to take time off, if I needed to help my family, if I wanted to travel, if I wanted to just do whatever I wanted to do. 27 years ago, I had a thought that I wanted to leave corporate America. I came from Fortune 500 companies, Bank of America, Levi Strauss, some of the top companies that I had the opportunity to work with. 27 years ago, when I entered the game of the beauty game, 2 years within 1 year after starting it, a professional came to me at the shows. We used to go to these things called the beauty shows. The beauty shows is where we go to get our advanced training, as I still go to the beauty shows today. And one of the publishing directors noticed me. And I was telling him what I did as a makeup artist, as a platform makeup artist. I won't get all into that. And I said, yeah, I have my new bridal video actually that I want to put together. And my forte is multi-ethnic skin, multicultural brides. That's what I do. You know, I go on location and I do makeup for multicultural brides. He says, hey, I want to fly you out to New York, and I would love for you to put on a professional class for us for, I think it was either the Las Vegas, no, it was in New York, the aesthetics conference. I said, wow, I had never done that before. They said, yeah, I would love for you to fly you out, and I want you to create a multicultural course for us. But there's a caveat. I need you to get your information ready within the next 48 hours, and you have to FedEx it, get it to my office, and then I can get you in, and I can guarantee you into the lineup. See, you got to be ready for an opportunity, then have an opportunity and not be ready. There's a time and season for everything. The second thing is you got to be ready for an opportunity, then have an opportunity and not be ready. So what I did was 27 years ago, I talked about what I did. I had the passion of what I did. I knew what I did. I gained results, and I spoke it very well. And he saw that in me. So what did I do? Within 48 hours, I put together my first PR package together, went down to Hagenberger Road in Oakland, walk that thing in so that I can get into his office on Monday. And when he got it in his office, because, you know, we didn't have all that stuff that we have here today that we can do the entries of net. That was back in the late 90s. Got that stuff in. I got in. I was in the book. I did my first professional teaching to peers in my industry, makeup artists, salon owners, esthetician, massage therapists, and it was absolutely amazing. I was in a Javits Cities in New York, and the rest is history. After that, years and years and years, they continued flying me in. I would go in San Diego, I would go to Las Vegas, I would go back to Chicago, I would go to New York. So a lot of people don't understand or really recognize that piece of how I started as a national speaker. Thank you very kindly. So I say that all today. 27 years ago, I had a vision. I had an entrepreneurial spirit vision. So let's role play to it today. So still in business today as an aesthetic, I love making women look and feel absolutely amazing. I've been able to take my skill set, my talent, my gifts, my ability, and since then got a master's degree. As things were changing, we have to pivot, got that 7 years ago. So now I can help my clients in a deeper way, but now I can cultivate this experience. I could take it, I could package it. So when my clients come to see me, I can help them. I can co-create a program for them that I know that's going to work. Not only that's going to make them look good, but it's going to heal their body. It's going to make them successful. It's going to make them more whole and balanced and feel comfortable in their lives, and to be able to overcome pain. Because as a massage therapist, that's what I do. So I added the component of business coaching. So I would have high executive coaching, high executive clients that will come in. They still come in to see me. I had judges, I had lawyers, I had VPs, executives, CEOs, CFOs, and they were coming in because they're their skin, or they were coming in for their body pain, or they were coming in because they were stressed. So I began to listen to them, and I would begin to hear what are their pain points. And I began to put a plan together for their pain points. And then when they would come back to me, I would ask them, did it work? It worked every single time. And I said, wait a minute, how do we then show up? How then do we begin to package what we know and put this thing in a program, in a package, and to begin to sell this to the world? And so over and over and over and over, I got the evidence, and the evidence was that my clients continued to come back. So when COVID hit, then we shifted and went more into the executive business coaching, as I had to put my personal services to the side for a tad bit. And so now we're back, I'm doing that, but more so now we're doing the business coaching, and I'm so excited. Picking up more ladies, shifting and just sharing with them on how they can grow their vision, grow their passion, grow their focus, grow their revenue. But more importantly, let's do it again. Because for 27 years, I had to learn a couple of things so that I can repeat those revenues, so I can repeat the customers coming back, so I can change, so that I can do things differently, so that I can meet their needs, so that I can continue to pinpoint to give them the transformation that they needed, because they continue to come back. And so what was the evidence of that? Them giving me the green, the money to come back. That was the evidence, seeing that it was working. So now with all of that, now taking my expertise to the next level, and now I am coaching other ladypreneurs, executives, CEOs, CFOs, but more so ladypreneurs, solopreneurs that want to grow and expand their business. So this is how we get to where I am now. So welcome. So as I see people come in, I might have to pause. If not, you're just going to catch the whole thing on replay. If you want to ask me a question, you just ask me a question and I'll come back and answer it. So I did send in an invite. These are 6 things that you need to know as you are actually expanding and growing your business, so that you can hit the mark by the end of the year. And I will be doing these things myself along with you. So the first thing is a clear and defined goals. Like I said, 27 years ago, I had a clear and defined goal on how I wanted to help women to look amazing, impeccable, to have impeccable skin, but more importantly, how they would show up with their makeup. And now look at this, 27 years, too gorgeous, just hit a birthday, 57, still got my cosmetics line, and actually showing women even more so how to look amazing on camera, how to look amazing when they're actually doing lives, how to look amazing when they're speaking on stage, because there's a formula on how your skin needs to look. There is a formula on how you should wear your makeup. So it's just amazing how I did not let my skill set be dormant. I actually just took my skill set to a different level. So you must have clear and defined goals, be specific, have measurable goals, have achievable goals in your business, including your revenue target. So I did write these things down because I tend to speak a little fast. So I did not want to forget them. So I did write them in my notes. So are you in position to meet your revenue goals in the next 6 months? Are you aligned with your core values? Have you thought about how are you attracting your soul aligned clients? And I look back on those questions that I asked in the invite, and it's like, I've been doing those things for the last 27 years. I never labeled it up until now, but it's like, dang, I've been doing all that. So I can't really teach what I don't know, but I am going to teach you what I do know. And that is a little bit of strategy and a little bit of structure. So for 27 years as a solo entrepreneur, a commercial practice building that I put a key in, that I pay a commercial lease in, that real live human beings come to me every single month that I service. Okay. All right. Second thing is strategic marketing. I like to call it holistic marketing. Marketing and branding. You have to develop a strong base identity that resonates with your target audience. Let's call it soul aligned clients. I like to use that. Soul aligned clients. So that's the second thing that you have to have. Strategic marketing and branding. 27 years ago, I graduated from UC Berkeley. I did do some marketing classes, but I wasn't a business marketing major. I majored in social welfare. And I also had a minor and human resources, actually. And it's so funny because I'm still doing resources today. I make it rain. I put people together. When they come in, I say, I know peoples who know peoples who know peoples, and you need to call this person over here, and I make it rain. And so I am using my social welfare degree. I am using my human resource degree. You know, I actually was talking to Better Hope. Better Hope is a nonprofit organization. So if people need to have therapy, you know, therapy is very sexy, and therapy actually is still in fashion. So I'm just making a segue that, you know, I'm still using my degree. And so I'm calling Better Hope, that actually is Care Hope. I said, wow, because I do have clients that come in and I'd be like, did you call your therapist? I think that would be a good idea. And then after you deal with that, come on back over to me. So I align myself with other professionals that I can refer out to if I need to. So I need to understand how that works. So again, strategic marketing. And that is very useful when a client comes in and say, oh, okay, here's a couple of names that you can call. I'm being resourceful. Are you being resourceful for your client? So when you're resourceful for your client, that makes you actually stand out. That makes you a professional of one. That makes you the expert of one, because you're reaching in deep down and helping your client in a more deeper way. So those are some things that I just wanted to share. I won't get into all of them because I do have a lot of content to cover. Building relationships and networks. Investing in building in networks. So these are 3 things. These are 6 things that you have to have in alignment if you want to hit your revenue goals by the end of the year. And then I'm going to make you an invite. I'm going to give you such a beautiful invitation to where you can't refuse it. So building relationships and networks. We have this thing in my family. My grandmother used to always say, I'm going to make you chuckle a little bit. It's called patting streets and turning corners. And so what we did was, when I first started 27 years ago, I patted some streets and I turned a lot of corners. They were legal corners though. So what I did learn was to be a part of every city that I had my business. I was a part of the chamber. But when you join the chamber, there's one thing, there's a call to in and out. And the thing is, you can't get out what you don't put in. So you have to put a whole bunch in first so that you can make your wood drawers on the backside. So I will stand the attest. When I built my business in Orinda for 10 years, moved it to Walnut Creek. I was there, moved up in Pleasant Hill. Now I'm in Lafayette. Every single time except for Orinda, but when I was in Orinda, I was a part of the Lafayette Chamber. Every single city that I went, I participated in the chamber. The chamber is one of the most beautiful places that you can actually build and nurture and foster your business. Even if you're online, even if you're not in the physical business, you can still actually virtually be a part of a chamber. So I just wanted to quickly say building relationships and networks are going to be ideal. We have 6 months left to this year. I don't want y'all crying by December thinking about 40 ways to make extra money in your business. You need to be making those shifts now. As to why I have my luxury business and my up level coaching cohort to take you there, to start you now and to take you all the way to December. So those things we shouldn't be thinking. You should already have an alignment. Well, what's your Black Friday special? Well, I don't do Black Friday specials anymore. I opt out of that. I'm like, I'm done. I says, because my business model, we don't need to do that. But your business model, you might want to still continue to do that. I got a story behind the Black Friday too, but I'm going to use that on a different message. But you should be thinking, what's your Black Friday? I just don't compete in all of the traffic anymore. I don't need to, because the way my business model actually that I'm designing, I won't have to compete in Black Friday. I can have Black Friday anytime that I want. So I don't compete in Black Friday anymore. As a matter of fact, I put all my clients on notice. I said there will be no more specials. That's how I built a business. And anybody that's coming through the gate as a licensed esthetician or service providers, I'm going to say y'all need to put a halt to those discounts. But nobody pulled me to the side 27 years ago. But this is what I learned coming to the game. You have to uphold your own premium value, the results that you give your client, and know that you 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 know that you're giving top-notch quality expertise. And if you don't know that, continue to work on that until your confidence level is such that meets your results. And the evidence that your client continues to come back, the evidence that your client continue to pay you. My clients continue to pay me for 27 years. That's the evidence. And I'm still in business today. So I say that to say that you shouldn't be thinking about, when the time comes in November or December, what your promotions are. You should already know what your promotions are. This is why you need to work with a coach, or this is why you need to hash it out. Join a mastermind group, shut down all your groups that you're in and only participate in one or two. And the ones that you're going to participate in, just be fully engaged. Just go all in. Like my doctor used to always say before he retired. He said, Kim, that meant something else, but go all in. You got to go all in. I would suggest shut it all down. Just shut it all down. Go on in with one or two groups. Go ahead on and just hire your coach or call your coach back up or find you a new one. Get you a therapist, get you a fitness trainer, and go on it. Go all in until December 31st. And let's see your evidence and let's have a breakthrough conversation at that time. But I just wanted to say, all these things should be in alignment right now, or that you should be thinking about it, right? You should be thinking about 6 months out. That's how stores do. Well, they're a little bit different now. A lot of stores are closing, but they normally 3 months, 4 months pre into the season, right before the season get here. We have to think about those things in our business. So that's one thing. So getting back to, I did join my local chamber and I participate. So you have to put in order to get out. So now I'm actually fostering and nurturing the relationships. I make sure that I participate in one meeting every month. So I'm going to challenge you, ladies. I want you to join a group and I want you to go out and I want you to participate 6 times. That's once a month or 12 times, because we got 6 months left in any particular group that you're going to participate in, and see the outcome that you get from that. Because I've been doing this for 27 years and it really does work. Number 4, content. I've been birthing content since 1996. When people tell me about content, don't tell me about content. I was doing things back in the day when I first came into, we call them e-zines back there. I had newsletters and then I put my newsletters electronically. I did my newsletters electronically. And this is how I kept my clients attached to me, by actually giving them information on skincare, giving them information on their health, giving them information on their stress. And I would do that every single month. So I was feeding into them all this time. So now it's different. The game has just changed a little bit, or the players are still, the game actually has changed. The players have changed too. So I think the way that we focus on getting content out there should be more from, and I'm trying to figure this out too, because everything is changing. I think it should be more from intuitive. I think it should be more from my feminine intuition. I think it should be more from your knowing from up here. I think if you tapped in, like they say, tapped in, if you tap into here, this third eye, which is up here actually, and then you tap into here, and then you tap into your feminine intuition, and then you tap into unleashing your passion is what I'm talking about today, then your content is always going to be different than anybody else. This is the only reason why people kept coming to me or continue to come to me for 27 years. They passed by hundreds. I remember this woman, she passed by hundreds of estheticians from Napa. And Napa is the mecca of day spas. But she would pass hundreds of estheticians in Napa to come to see me in Walnut Creek. Isn't that something? I remember when Karen White came to town. Karen White, the singer, Superwoman, Karen White. I have a couple of celebrities, but I don't celebrity do that stuff like that. That's not exciting to me. But I will want to mention two. I will mention one that Karen White did see me for a minute when she was in the Bay, and it was wonderful to be able to serve her. A second person she came through my door was really amazing. When I was in Orinda was Terry McMillan. So Terry McMillan was one of my clients, and so it's just really beautiful how you establish yourself as the professional and you give your clients results. And that content information is really important because she actually was on my mailing list for a while, Terry McMillan too. And also the other gentleman, the singer, he will come all the time. He lives in Vallejo. What is his name? They call him Scoop Coop from not Tower and Power. But anyway, so I have quite a few. Actually, I just don't broadcast it because I don't need to broadcast. The only thing I broadcast is Jesus. That's the only most important person. But I say that to say is because I developed a way to consistently share my content to my clients. And I'm saying, wow, how we're doing it now is on Instagram and things like that. When I did it back in the day, I just need to do it in a different way, that it really is important for you to stay in alignment with your content because your content actually builds your brand. But more importantly, it keeps your client in front of you. It keeps your client in front of you. It keeps them connected to you. This is why you need to do it. But then when you do your content and when you write your content or post your content, you have to post your content that makes sense, right? The fifth one is premium offering and pricing. Develop a high value. And this is what almost broke me. This is what almost took me out of the game of being in business, is because I was discounting my prices so much. Again, I didn't have the mentor to tell me not to do it. I wish I would have had my high profile coach 10 years ago. But the point is, don't do that. The point is, don't discount yourself. And that's really important. You have a premium offer. I have a premium offer. I have my group program, which is wonderful. My one-on-one coaching. Do you have a premium offer package and focus just on that? I'm perfecting it because it's going to be amazing in 2024. That is why I'm going to allow you to come on in it for the rest of the 6 months. So, and then number 6 is continuous learning and personal growth. So you got to be a wolf, like my friend says. You got to be a wolf. You got to be a wolf when it comes to your continuous learning and personal growth. So do not hire a coach to tell you to tell you everything to do, and you don't do nothing, and you don't take it a part of yourself to learn. The coach is just to guide you. The coach is just to give you structure, to give you strategy, to get you to where you need to be, and to collapse that time in a quicker amount of time. So that's basically what your coach is to do, and to give you the results that you want. So I know why you guys want to make 6 figures. Who want to make 6 figures? You might not want to make 6 figures. Who want to do 100,000 by the end of the year? I want to have such a popping Christmas that I can just spin the bottle and say, I'm going to Prague in December. I know it's going to be cold. I know it's going to be snow. That's okay. God made coats. He made coats. It's all good. I just want to do something different. I just want to do different for her. Don't y'all just want to do different? Okay. All right. Drink up now. Make sure you hydrate yourself because it's very hot, especially where I am. So the other thing I wanted to say is I'm so excited that I was able to have a business 27 years ago that I started, because now I have the opportunity to take a little bit of time or to move my schedule around because, caregiving for my dad, we never know what's going to happen down the pike. We never know what's going to happen in our family. especially last year, I had to take a lot of time. I had to move a lot of time. I had to move my schedule around so that I can care for my dad. But had I not built a business with time freedom, flexibility, that I have the clients, loyal clients that they can continue to pay me, that could afford to pay my bills, I don't know what I would have been able to do. So what are you doing? What are you doing? What kind of business are you doing? What model are you using to build your business? So I hope that made sense for you. So let's get into EmpowerHer. I'm so excited about this. EmpowerHer is amazing. In between my coaching, I actually gonna do my master classes because I love to teach. So I'm actually creating this side master class, which is called EmpowerHer. It's a transformative journey of a power of self-discovery, which I think is so amazing. And it includes spiritual grounding and also business mastery to unlock your authentic purpose and elevate your success as an entrepreneurial woman. And I found this is the gap that's missing. There's one thing to get a one-hit 20K offer or a 10K offer or a 5K offer. Is one thing to sign up a corporate client. It's one thing to have clients come through your door and you have, or let's say $1,000 day. All of them I've had. So in 15 minutes, I actually got a $15,000 contract with the school of West Contra Costa School District. Subsequently later, I was able to get 5 more contracts. Started out with contracts at 30K. Each one of them contracts went up to $60,000 that I was able to negotiate. But the first one I got in 15 minutes. Had $1,000 days. That's nothing for me to have $1,000 in a day from clients that come in. Did some promotions. So I know how to do those hot promotions, and you can make X in a day if you need to do this, if you need to move some things around. But this is what I want to challenge you. How do you get that on repeat? How do you get that over and over and over and over and over and over again? When I got those contracts through the district, that was for 4 years. I got 4 contracts. So when I got the first one in 15 minutes, I knew I could get the second one. And when I got the second one, after I did the program, and my program was only 10 weeks, I knew I can get the third one. And then I got more confident because the evidence was speaking for itself. It was an after-school program, actually, that I created. It was called the Look Good, Feel Great program. And I actually took the program virtual. The kids went nuts. Middle school, high school kids, they loved it. And I actually wrote that program as my master paper when I graduated from John F. Kennedy. It was my master thesis paper. So when I was writing that paper, because you got to write your dissertation. You got to write your paper in order to get out, right? Because that's basically what they're basing your degree on. And then you have to present that in front of the board. And then they still got to prove you whether or not the paper is good, or you got to go back and rewrite it, just like your PhD. And unfortunately, I had to go back and rewrite mine 3 times. So anyway, well, edit it. So my point is, when I wrote that paper, when I wrote it, right, it was like 110 pages, your dissertation. When I wrote it, I said, I'm gonna make some money off of this. I said, I got too much blood. I use everything as an opportunity, as a monetary gain. And so I said, I copyrighted it. I don't know why most people, your PhD, you should be, you got to copyright it, because that means you own it. If you don't own it, that means the university that you got your degree from owns it. So when I was writing it, I said, this is going to make me some money. I am going through so much blood and tears. It's going to make me some money. And so I took it at what I was at the end, and I graduated. I was done. I'm like, yes, I copyrighted it at the bottom. And it was it was a holistic after school program that I created with 12 modules. And these are the things that kids need to do in order to remain healthy. And at that time, Michelle Obama, First Lady Michelle Obama, she had her, it's Let's Move movement, So I wrote a little bit from the Let's Move movement that everybody needs to move at least 45 minutes a day, right? And so anyway, I say that to share with you, that's how I got my contract, because I just took the paper that I wrote and I put that in a one-page executive plan. So when I went before the board and they was looking for someone who can do this after-school program, it was from my paper. And it made me money over and over and over and over again. Subsequently, after that, I was hired by Cigna Insurance, a couple of corporations, to do some lunch and learns. Again, I took that paper and I actually correlated to what they wanted me to do, but it was really easy to do because we were already in wellness. I was already doing nutrition. I was already doing a lot of that stuff. So it was really easy for me to be the facilitator, to go out to these major corporations and to do lunch and learns. So I say all that to say, what are you envisioning? What is your passion? How are you packaging that up? And so when I talk about business mastery, you have to look at, what are you doing to where that you give it the results, but you know that you can make the money from it, and that you can do it over and over and over and over again. And that's where systems come into place. That's where methodology come into place. So I hope you get what I'm putting down. So what I thought about is I wanted to just share, first of all, awakening your true calling. And that is gaining clarity and knowing your authentic purpose. 27 years ago, like I started, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with women, really be clear in the next 6 months. And I'm just going to go through just a few of these, but as I come back on my next series, I'm going to take each one and I'm going to break them down. I'm just going to do an overview on it now, and then I'm going to close this out. But when I come back again, I'm going to take each one of these different 6 pieces and I'm going to break them down. But this is what I'm talking about. Your self-discovery, your spiritual grounding, and your business mastery. Those are 3 major things: self-discovery, spiritual grounding, and business masteries. What I learned in 27 years in business is what was missing is this self-discovery on a deeper level. Really, what is your authentic passion? Really being clear, knowing your business and aligning those things up with your value. The reason why I kept discounting my prices is because I wasn't aligning what my passion was my true core values. So perpetually, I kept doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. I'm getting to the point. So that was a broken consciousness. It was a broken consciousness because how I valued money. It was a broken consciousness because I didn't see myself as worthy. So you got to go back. So when I finally identify where that spirit was coming from, and you do that in a process, it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I didn't really know because it was in the subconscious mind. So when I brought it out through working with a professional, it's like, wow, this is amazing. That's the self-discovery of what I'm talking about. And that is the gap. And that is knowing your true passion of yourself. Because if you know your true passion of yourself and what you're giving, the transformation that you give someone, why would you ever want to discount it? Why would you be in a challenge of what you should be charging? And you should never feel less than for charging it. Second thing, what's missing is the spiritual grounding. For 27 years, there's no way that I would have been able to continue to be in business for 27 years if I wasn't spiritually led or spiritually grounded. So when we talk about entrepreneurialism, I think it's not discussed enough. Mental wellness, actually, we're talking about that, right? Because a lot of people, a lot of people dying of suicide or doing those kinds of things, but we don't discuss the other element of what is that thing? What is that rock? What is that thing that's going to keep you secure? What is that place? Who is that higher power that's going to keep you in alignment when you got to pay your taxes? Clients are not coming in. You're about to get a divorce, sickness, death. You got all kind of disarray that's going on in your family. Your lease has come up. It's a triple net lease. So now your lease has increased. Now you got to move. Now you're relocating. Now you got build out. Now you got all these things that business owners that have brick and mortar businesses go through. Okay, you got a team of employees. You got this person quitting. You got this person coming over here. Okay, then you got these things. Oh my goodness, you just got a diagnosis of cancer. Okay, I've been there, beat that as well too, or some type of a health element. Now you got to get over that. Or maybe it's diabetes and you're trying to get over that. But there's always something that's coming down the pike. So as a business owner, we got to talk about that. Where do you draw your well? There is no way that I would have been able to stay in 27 years in business if I did not draw upon a higher power. Mine is Jesus Christ. Whatever yours is, that's fine. Is it the universe? Whatever it is, it needs to be higher than yourself, inside, intuitively, as you're meditating, whatever that is, business owner, ladypreneur, because you're not an island unto your own, because you are going to have situations, circumstances, and events that's going to come and attack you. And for sometimes, if you are not grounded and rooted in a spiritual divine connection with your God or someone higher than yourself, it's going to take you out. Have had an opportunity. I have beat the IRS. I have beat the Board of Equalization. I have beat the city of Walnut Creek. I beat the city of Pleasant Hill. I have beat the municipal courts. I could tell you all kinds of courtrooms. I mean, been there and done all that. I can tell you at the end of the gavel, when the judge says you are now divorced, funerals, you know, the most things that I have gone through that most people couldn't even withstand. So what I'm saying, if it wasn't a power, if that I didn't lean to something that was higher and stronger than myself, man, I would have checked out of business 10 years ago. I wouldn't even be able to be prepared for my clients. Do you know when your clients come to you, they're coming to you because you are the professional. They're coming to you because they want to pay you for a transformation. They're coming to you because you have the results. They're coming to you because you have the answer. They're coming to you because they're attracted to you and your spirit and your essence. And if you're not feeding that with good, of will, of love, of well, of cheers, you know, they're going to read you. So what are you doing, Ladypreneur? We're getting ready to go into the next 6 months. We don't know what's going to happen. We just came out of a pandemic. Nobody can predict what these next 6 months going to be. Is COVID going to come back? We don't know. What's going to go down? The real estate, the interest. I just know that we're in a position. This is a beautiful position to build your business the way that you want to build it, and not to be a part of that type of mental thought and mental thinking, but draw from the well of opulence, draw from the well of abundance, draw from the well of intuition, draw from the well of creation, draw from the well of connectivity, draw from the well of feminine power, draw from the well of feminine intuition and guidance, draw from that well, you're going to be all right. And you're going to hit the mark. And that's why I stand so strong on that. And this is the piece of what I'm talking about. I'm going to get more into the spiritual grounding. And it's not the thing of a woo-woo God and going to church every Sunday. It's about really drawn into your feminine essence, your feminine leadership, your feminine power. This is where we need to be. 27 years ago, when I built my business, I built it with masculine energy. And now it's a changing of the guard. And it feels so good. So I want to share those things with you. So let me get to it. Nurturing spiritual anchoring. Okay, this is the other one. Aligning values for business success. And the main thing, when my clients come to me, the first thing we talk about is mindset. And we get right into these aligning of the values. You know, I was working with one of my coaches a couple of years ago. She's really into neuroscience. And I was coming back with some of the courses that I was taking when I was at John F. Kennedy working on my holistic degree. And it's like she got me back. She got me back to some of the classes because we talked about neural brain transmitters and brain waves and things like that. Y'all, all this stuff, I'm telling you, is beautiful. So I'm going to bring that language in as I share with you each week. On this EmpowerHer series. So we're going to talk about this today. Is just an overview. Aligning values for your business success is really getting deep down and dirty with your core values. And I really want to spin it and I want to expound that. What core values, I had to write them all down. There's a wheel, and I'm going to go through the whole pyramid of what the core values are. But this is the thing what I've come to discover. Once you know what they are, and then once you circle, I was just talking with one of my clients just the other day. I gave her a homework assignment, and we're gonna come back to that homework assignment. And I told her, I said, write down in 3 columns. I told her, write down 5 columns of everything that she does. She's a jack of all trades. I said, write down each one. This one column you do, this one column you do, this one column you do, this one, each one of those things that you do best. And then on the vertical side, each one of them that you do best in the transformation that you bring your clients. And then I said, then I want you to circle each one, which is a common theme. What's a common theme in each one of those 5 columns? This is just a popcorn nut thing that I'm sharing. And then I says, at the end of that, we're going to have a conversation and we're going to see which one of the top 4 keeps showing up in those 4 columns. And that is that what you need to be led for is your are your core values. And so once you really can identify your core values, you actually, when you're on the freeway trying to go 101 south, you're actually not going to go 280 north. You can't, because you know your core values. So I say that all to say, I think it should be a course that single women who are dating need to know your core values. And then when you know your core values, you're not going to go out on a date with a guy who doesn't meet your core values. Well, maybe that's the second date, because you gotta have a communication first before. But if you were really strong and being led by your core values, and then you go find out what their core values are, it's like, oh, that's a date eliminated wrap. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's what I tell. Know your core values. So that's the other one, igniting business mastery. So we're going to talk about that in the EmpowerHer series, and develop a growth mindset and to embrace continuous learning, skill development. And I started out in this, and as I was saying, is that it's not your coach job to tell you everything. Your coach job actually is to help you to co-create your vision and to get you to the point of the next of where you need to be, and to help you to collapse time and to help you to get the results that you need. But your continued learning and growth is required. So anyone that I'm doing my VIP one-on-one coaching clients with, they know you still have to do your own homework. I'm going to guide you and we're going to help put it together, but you still have to do your own homework. It has to be a continual development of growth, mindset, and learning. We got this new thing now. Well, it's not new. It's been out since the beginning of time, but ChatGTP. And, and I'm sharing with my clients on how to use it. I mean, it's a magnificent tool. I mean, you're not going to be led by that. I mean, that's not the thing you're going to, do all the time, but use it as a strategy, use it as a tool. But again, it requires it requires a skilled learning. It can be very beneficial, but you have to know the specific and the right question to ask it in order to get the answer that you're looking for. All right, let's get to 5 week, and then we're going to wrap this up. Embracing feminine leadership. Oh man, like I was saying, being led by feminine intuition, not masculine. So I'm going to expound a little bit on that when I come back. And the EmpowerHer series, we're going to really talk about exploring the unique qualities and strength of feminine leadership, really what that is in the business world. Look around. So cultivate and foster your business from a feminine place, be feminine intuition led. And if you got I won't get into that. So anyway, so that's it. And then the 6th week, we're going to talk about unleashing your empowered essence. Celebrate your transformation journal and self-discovery, growth, and unleashing your authentic purpose all together. We're going to integrate everything so that everything is harmonious. It's all in one, the spiritual grounding, the business mastery, develop a personalized action plan to continue your empowered path of success. AKA learn to date yourself. Learn to date yourself. So one thing that I love to share with my one-on-one clients is there's one space to where we're trying to create and to make impact and overcome and to find a solution through strategy and methods, right? But then it's the other one where let me just share with you how to better self-manage, how to better self-care. How do you learn in the midst of all this over here that you're trying to grow or to create? Are you balanced? Are you whole? Are you mentally sound? But more importantly, as you're creating this on the left, on the right, are you living joyfully? Because the two are intertwined and connect. So what good is it, as you hear me all the time to say, what good is it to have all the money in the world if you're unhealthy, mentally unstable, emotionally unbalanced, and you don't have great relationships with the people around you, right? That's all and boring. Who wants to be around a person when other people don't want to be? You need to be the life at the party, and everywhere you go, you need to what? Bring the joy. Everywhere I go, I bring joy. So in completion of that, I'll say, learn to date yourself. You should be the most important person when you wake up next to God, and then your family, right? Learn to date yourself. Learn to be kind to yourself. Learn how to be gracious to yourself, because you are a queen, right? You are a queen. So that's my EmpowerHer series in a nutshell. I lined that out. And I started with the 6 things that you need in order, in alignment, so that you can meet those goals by December 31st. And so who here has been resonated by any of that information that I have shared with you? I just gave you an overview. I didn't really expound upon it that much. I didn't want to take that much time. So listen, I have an opportunity. I would love for you to consider to join my exclusive luxury business and lifestyle level up. It's a cohort program, group coaching program. So what I did was I combined one-on-one coaching and also group coaching. And in essence, it's very, very simple. I take you from now until December. You get an opportunity to work with me. You have your own professional coach. And we're going to meet every month for one professional phone call. One professional phone call. We're going to have a one-on-one session, you and me. And we are going to map this thing out. We're going to work on 1 or 2 areas that you really want to nail. You really want to hone in by December 31st. It's like, Kim, I really want to get this podcast and I really want to monetize it. You know, I really want to get my e-store, because, you know, I'm an e-store queen, got my e-store. You know, I really want to get my high ticket program. I want to master that out. It's a 20K offer or 15K offer. And I really want 10 people in that group. You know what, Kim, I really want to start my group program. Or you just might want to find love and you're an executive. I can help you with that too. You know why? Because you probably need to get your body in order, and you probably need to get this in order, and you probably want to work on your weight, and you probably want to work on your soft skills, and you probably want to enhance your image. So I can help you with that too. But more importantly, I want to work with some women, some ambitious, some confident, some on fire right now. You've already been established and it's like, okay, Kim, I'm ready to do this. And so I have a wonderful offer for you. It's called my Luxury Intensive Up-Level Business Coaching Program. So today, press the button and then let's do your onboarding call, and we'll come up with a time that will work for you and I. That's your personal virtual coaching time. And then I also going to offer a group coaching time where the ladies that are in the group, we're going to come and meet collectively. So we're going to actually continue on expanding our businesses, because we got goals to meet by December 31st. I want movers and shakers who want to meet these goals. Don't be mad at me when you see my photos in Prague, okay? Don't be mad at me when you see my photos in Paris in December. God made coats. I don't care if it is cold. Y'all don't be mad, because I'm inviting you. I'm giving everybody a seat at the table, but I only have 9 seats left. I'm giving everybody a seat at the table. I got 9 seats left. And the reason why I can't have it big, because I'm working with you one-on-one. And so I have to give you my best top quality time, because I want to see to it that you meet this goal by December 31st, right? So we got to get to it. So I have 9 spots. Everybody is called, but the chosen is few. It's up to you if you want to do it. So it comes with 2 coaching calls. One is a one-on-one, one is a group coaching. But in addition to that, it don't stop there. It don't stop there. Don't stop there. I have support. I have podcasts. I have business modules actually that I'm going to drip into the curriculum every single month. This is the other caveat that I wanted to end with. 27 years ago, I had this vision. I started this whole talk with that. But the thing that kept me going is because I had all the elements in place. And this is what I was saying. What good of it if you get a contract over here, and you get a client over here, and you get a one hit over here, but are you doing it over and over and over and over and over again? Your business should be set up to where you got sleep coins. It should be set up like you have sleep coins. And that means you have to have multiple diversion of income. I have multiple diversion of income, because you don't know what's going to come. So I say that all, I say that all to say, we're going to go through all that. So my modules help you. One of my modules is feminine presence. Another one of my modules is actually email marketing, how important that is. So a lot of my modules is the tech side of it, but those are elements that need to be in place in your business. And I did a commercial on it. If you go back through so many posts before, and I listed all the modules that I'll be dripping in there. But the point is, every single one of them is needed for you to have the consistency and the sustainability in your business. There is no way I would have been able to be in business 27 years without email lists, without being consistent with my brand, without being able to pivot, without being able to be very focused and to live the brand myself. And for me to embody what I do, my clients come to me. Can you imagine if they came to me and my face was all broken out and I had acne and I was 500 pounds. And every time they came to me, I was sluggish. I'm a massage therapist and I can't move around the table because I'm so much overweight. I'm being real with you guys. I'm just really being real. My clients come to me because there's a certain image that I portray. The name of my business is Too Gorgeous. If I was anything less than that, they would not come. I have women from all ethnicities. I have women, Black women, white women, Indian women, Chicano women, Latin women. I have all kinds of women that I serve. But more importantly, when I see white women that come to me and say, Kim, I want skin that look like yours. Now, they're not really saying they want Black skin, but what they're saying is I embody healthy skin. I embody smooth skin. I embody radiant skin. I embody that skin that they want to look like. And so they come to me and they say, Kim, I want skin that look like you. Great. Here's my skincare. And this is what we need to do. This is a solution. Great. This is the microderma program that I'm going to put you on. I'm going to put you on a microdermabrasion program. And then this is the skincare that you need to use. Then I'm going to give you the methodology, the methods that you need to use. And then I'm going to break down the procedure on how you're going to use each one. And then we're going to implement it together. And that's what I've been doing for 27 years in your business. What methodology do you have? What system do you have in place? And what products are you selling, whether it's offline or not? And who is the content that you're saying? And how is your brand, which is you, your image, because people are buying you. All right. I think that's been enough. So if you would like to join, you guys, I only got 9 spots. I'm going to leave the link below. And again, it's really nice. It's my luxury business and lifestyle level up program. It's a group coaching program. We actually kick it off this month. When you decide you want to come on board, we're going to do your onboarding call. We're going to have our first group call in August, September, October, November, December. So just 5 group coaching calls, and you're going to get probably 6 because you're going to get the onboarding call this month. And then you get your 5 one-on-one calls with me. And then you get your drip actually modules that you're going to be able to go back to and to listen to. That's going to help to give you further support. And I am also going to open up a Facebook group so that women can also be in connection with the other like-minded. Oh, I forgot. Kim, how much is it? Kim, how much is it? How much is the price? Well, we are still in birthday month. So I am offering it at a beautiful investment empowerment savings for only $5,000. You guys, really, Kim, really? Yeah, really. $5,000. This is a 20K offer. Yes, it is a 20K program. I am offering all of this for $20,000. This $20,000 program for $5,000. And the reason why, because I'm only taking 9 people. And I really want to give and pour into you. And I really want you to be successful. I want you to meet these numbers. I want you to meet your goal. I want you to just be so phenomenal. So when December, I want you even before December, honey, that you have Christmas in September. You got Christmas in October. You got Christmas in November. You got Christmas in December. And you can make it to be so. You can. And I'm going to show you how to do it. I only got 9 spots. It's $5,000. Click the button. And every month that price is going to go up. And then when January come, I roll out my 2024 program. So this program will be no more. So this is a unique program. This is a unique cohort that I am creating just for you. So you would want to take advantage of it. Oh, wait a minute. I got another one. There's payment options. I have partnered with my company, and I'm so excited. There are payment options. See, this is no excuse. Why don't you just go in there, just press that button. And when you press that button, Klarna is going to come up, Affirm is going to come up. And you can have payment options to where you can pay now, you can buy now and don't even have to pay for another 30, 60 days. And on top of that, I've already been in it and I pretended that I was signing up for it. It come up interest free. This is just too fit to be told. There's no excuse. All right, ladies, let me see if there's any questions. I think I'm going to get off here. I think we did well. This is wonderful. You know, if you want to be better at something that you might be unsure or you want to grow your confidence, all you do is do more of it. That's number one. So if you are afraid of doing lives, do lives. I know one of my clients, what she does lunch and learns. She does lunch and learns, and she does lunch and learns. So, I mean, I came from lunch and learns. I know what those are. I mean, I did them in corporate but I am so proud of her. She does lunch and learns, and I think she just got her 3rd contract with the company, and her lunch and learns. I mean, I think she does them like every 10 or 12 weeks. I'm so proud of her because she was so fearful of talking in front of people. So she does lunch and learns. It's like, I'm great. So whatever that thing is it Instagram? I want to challenge you, that girl, whoever you are, Ladypreneur, you instant message me, whatever your fear is, and say, Kim, I fear going like you challenge. I'm gonna help you with that. And so I would recommend you go live on Instagram. Not every day. You don't have to be doing this every day, because what we're doing, you're gonna do this all the time, maybe 2 times a week, because you're busy, you're working in your business. But let me leave you with, I had one last thing I want to say. Oh, Threads. Have you guys gone on Threads? I'm on Threads. You guys can follow me at Too Gorgeous Wellness. All right, I am going to get out of here because I have to get to another coaching call. It is 5:15. I'm 15 minutes over. No, not really, because I said I was starting at 4:10. It was going to be an hour. So God bless all of you, magnificent Ladypreneurs. This actually has been recorded. I got to see how to stop the recording, but I'm very, very excited. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching on the replay. I did say a lot of valuable things. I kept it under the time that I was going to keep it under. And welcome to the EmpowerHer series. So I'll be back on, and thank you very much. And I look forward for you for being one of my 9 that's in my luxurious business and lifestyle level up program. I will leave the link right below so you can actually click it and sign up today. And if you need more information and you want to schedule a call with me, I opened up some appointments for Monday. Okay, I opened up, actually it's 5 o'clock. I got one more appointment for tonight if somebody wanted to grab it at a 7 and a 7:30 call. And then I have calls that I opened up for Monday as well as Tuesday. So let's get those questions answered. Let's have a conversation. Let me help you build out a strategy for the rest of July, because after next week, we only have two weeks left. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless every single one of you. Bye for now.